you? We've just found this kitten in the park and we were told to bring him up here.
So you just found the kitten?
Yeah, we found it in the park.
Do you want to have a look at her for you?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Yep.
Good Samaritans Yvonne and her sons Luca and William have rushed into the Bondi clinic with a tiny abandoned kitten.
So you just found this kitten?
Yeah, it was just near the playground, in the box with its toys.
It's a really hot day outside, so for this kitten to be alone and inside this box in the heat really worries me.
It looked like she'd been there for a little while. She looked like she'd been sitting in the sun, so she looked a bit tired and snoozy.
Wow, she's only a baby. I mean, she'd only be a couple of months old, if that.
Yeah.
So it's not really the time to be left alone.
No, not at all, not at all. She's very lucky that one of the kids actually was inquisitive enough to have a look in the box. It looked lethargic and it looked like it had been in the sun for a while. It was very hot and it looked very young, so I was worried that if it was left in the sun for much longer, it might not survive.
I think you probably arrived just in the nick of time. That when you have a kitten that's this small, their whole body is operating on such a high level that it needs water really regularly, it needs food really regularly.
Yeah.
If it goes without for more than a few hours in heat...
Yeah, and it was very hot.
Yeah,
so
then they can dehydrate very quickly and you could lose a kitten like this in direct sun in just an hour or so.
Yeah.
Even less.
You're lucky. Yeah, I know.
If this little girl does have heat stroke, we are going to have to act pretty quickly because her body temperature could skyrocket to a dangerous level where her organs essentially start cooking themselves.
Hello, Tim speaking.
Hey Tim, it's Tara from next door. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Bit better. I'm glad you're at work. I was just wondering if you could come and give me a hand. I've got a little friend and I can only see his tail. I'd hate to imagine how big he is.
Should I come over now?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
Thanks.
Bye.
Australian Reptile Park General Manager Tim Faulkner is responding to a call from the family that lives next door to the park.
Don't let him go, Pop.
They're worried about a snake which has wedged itself in a drain pipe.
Dad's got the snake and hopefully he's holding on and Tim will hurry up and come and save us.
What do you got?
Oh.
I think it could be a python.
Oh, spot on. This is where you found him?
Yeah. It's just his tail was sticking out.
This is going to be a pretty big snake. You can only see the end of him. Well, I can see it's a diamond python. That part's easy. What I can't see is how I'm going to get it out of there. I don't want him to get down the pipe. Not sure where it goes. If it rains, he could drown. Worst case scenario, he'll pop up through the toilet. Who knows?
Get him out, thanks.
OK. I'm going to start, and just one bit at a time. You can't pull too hard because all the little vertebrae in the back, you don't want to hear them crack.
Yep.
So it's just a little bit at a time. Oh. I know right away this is not going to be easy. I can't tell whether his head is hooked around something or if he's just wedging his body in that pipe. Either way, he's not moving.
Wow. I didn't realise they were so strong.
Yep, very strong.
So, since she's been in the park, she hasn't had anything to drink or eat?
No, nothing.
OK, so you just came straight here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Bondi clinic, Chris is urgently assessing a tiny kitten, which was found dumped in a cardboard box at a nearby cricket ground.
Her gums are just on the paler side of pink.
Right.
So, that could be due to shock, it could be due to dehydration.
Right, OK.
She's just a little pale.
When rescuer Yvonne and her sons William and Luca found the stray, she was struggling in the heat.
For this kitten to be alone in that box in direct sun, it's got to worry you because when dehydration and when heat stroke hit, they can be life-threatening. All right, what I'll do, let's just have a little listen. So her heart rate's really high. That's certainly a sign of stress.
Yeah.
And it can be a result of overheating and dehydration.
Yeah.
Chris now needs to check the kitten's temperature.
OK. All right. It's just on the upper end of normal. Yeah. So She's not suffering from heat stroke,
Yep.
which is a really important thing and a real positive. But when I put her on all four legs, something else is going on. See, she's not very happy putting that left
she's not, is she?
front leg down. Yeah, she may have a problem with that front leg, which may explain why.
Yeah, she was there.
Someone may have decided it was all a bit too much. For her to be holding the leg up, you know the injury is severe. But my concern right now is the trauma may have been so great, it's damaged the nerve in her leg. If she's damaged the nerves, then things are a bit more serious.
Yeah.
Because you often can't fix nerves, but you can fix bones. So the important thing is, when I squeeze her foot, whether she can actually feel it. Just give those toes a bit of a squeeze. Okay, that's good. So we know that she has nerve function going right to her toes.
Yeah.
What we don't know is what's caused her to have that leg hanging the way it is. What we need to do is take an X-ray.
Yep, okay.
And from there, I can tell you exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Hopefully the leg is the only problem that this kitten has. It is one of those situations where you have to stay incredibly positive, because if the X-rays show a really bad fracture and something that just can't be fixed, there is a chance she'll have to lose the leg.
I don't know how I'm going to get him out.
Come on.
Oh, every time I pull and then I relax, he takes back what I've got.
At a family home next to the Australian Reptile Park, Tim is struggling to rescue an obstinate diamond python, which has firmly wedged itself in a drain pipe.
Yeah, we wanted this diamond python moved, hopefully into the bush, so then it can't hurt our chickens, or we've also got dogs too, that we don't want the dogs to, get the snake either. So hopefully we'll get him out and he'll be right.
Come on, you gotta get that snake out.
I'm trying, guys.
Look at it wrapped up around Tim's arm.
I'm struggling. I'm in full sun. My arms are starting to shake. I can see sweat dripping off my nose.
Here, Tim, may as well get comfy.
Hey, thank you. Oh, that's better. My arms are shaky and sore.
Well, I'm no good.
After more than 10 minutes, Tim is losing the battle to get the trapped snake out.
Really, I might get you to run over to the park.
Yep.
And ask for Billy, please.
Bill.
Yep, and just ask him to come over.
No worries, we'll be back in a sec.
Thank you. I'm going to call in reinforcements. The last thing I want is for this snake to slip, and he's gone. I can't get him then, or it's going to be a lot harder. I'm calling Billy. Hey, mate, have a go at him. Grab on. My arms are jelly. Thanks, mate.
Jelly?
They're jelly.
It has a strength in it.
Yep.
Diamond pythons, these things are strong. We've got a serious fight on our hands.
Strong?
Yeah, man.
I got an idea, mate. I think we pour a bit of water down there. It's not going to hurt him.
Yep.
But it might make it slippery. Might give us the advantage.
Sounds good.
You ready for a bit of water?
Yep.
Okay, coming now. So I hit him with the hose and he starts to move. And maybe now we're up to half the snakes out of the pipe. But again, he's locked in.
You want to jump in again?
Yes, no worries. There's a worry if we pull too hard, we could break his back, separate his vertebra. We don't want to do that. Come on.
You ready for this now?
At the Bondi Clinic, Chris is about to X-ray this tiny stray. The abandoned kitten was found in a cardboard box at a local cricket ground and has a badly injured front leg.
Normally you'd use a sedation, but considering we don't know exactly what's caused these injuries, whether she's been hit by a car or had a big fall, the risk of giving her a sedation could actually cause her whole system to crash. So I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. X-ray. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think we now know why she can't walk on that leg. That's a big fracture. Whatever's caused that fracture, we're talking about something major, because bones don't break like that every day. Being left alone in a box on a hot day is already horrific, but when you look at these X-rays, you understand just the trauma that this kitten's been through. You realise this has been a bad day of all bad days.
Chris now needs to share the disturbing news with concerned rescuers Yvonne and her sons William and Luca.
This is our problem leg, so it comes down, then all of a sudden it has a break, hasn't it? Yeah, it does. So it's going to take an operation to fix that, which we can do in here.
Yeah, okay.
But the big challenge is the fact she's so young. I mean, looking at her teeth, she's probably about 7 or 8 weeks of age.
Tiny.
So an anaesthetic on these sort of little kittens is always a little risky, but you know, we'll obviously take every precaution with her.
Yeah, sure.
She'll stay with us tonight, and if she's up to it, she'll have the operation in the morning. But we do need to talk about names. And obviously, as the people that found her, you've got to approve this. So what do you reckon? If you look at her face, don't you reckon it looks like she's already wearing her zinc on her nose? And you guys were off on Saturday.
Playing cricket.
Yeah. What do you reckon, cricket? What do you think?
Yeah. You approve of that one?
Yeah.
All right, well, she's going to go and have a little sleep now, prepare herself for the operation. But thank you. In all seriousness, what you did today was very special, guys.
No problem.
Bye-bye, cricket.
So, no worries. Okay. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Sure, identifying exactly what sort of injuries Cricket has is some sort of relief, but Cricket only weighs 1 kilogram. She's 8 weeks by our best estimation. That's usually too small and too young to even attempt an operation, but the circumstances say we have to. That operation now presents a whole lot of risks we need to be aware of to make sure, after all we've been through, we now don't lose this little girl.
Come on.
At a home next to the Australian Reptile Park, Tim and keeper Billy are still struggling to remove a diamond python from a drain pipe.
Give you a bit of a spray.
Good.
Billy is now putting water down the pipe in the hope of flushing out the stubborn intruder.
This is a diamond python, which they get fairly large, up to 3 metres. I'm guessing that this fella's going to be 2 metres over. Okay, he's moving. Look how big he is, kid. He just keeps coming. He's loosened up and he's coming out. Last bit. Look, he's got a bit of skin off on his neck there. And all of a sudden the head pops out, and there he is. Have a look at him. Do you think he was that big?
Yeah.
You did? What a battle, but we've got him. Well, that was the hardest python I have ever caught. Diamond pythons must surely be one of the most beautiful pythons in the world. They're only found around the Sydney region and east coast of Australia. Now, this male, he'd be out in search of a female or a feed, but the sun's come up. He needs to find somewhere to hide. He doesn't want to be out and vulnerable. He's found the pipe, picked a bad spot. Can you think of a name for him?
What about Peter the Python?
Peter the Python. OK, Peter the Python it is.
Okay, let him go.
Let's go and let him go. Come with me. Clint takes us to a beautiful spot just off to the side of his property. Beautiful forest, a nice creek, perfect diamond python habitat, and we let him go. Everyone have a quick pat, say see you, Pete.
See you.
There we go. Pete the python is happy now. He's had a stressful day, but he's out now and he's back in his natural habitat. Hey, what are you going to do if you find another snake?
Go to him.
Call me. Don't you catch him. Let's go.
So I'll start to run some anaesthetic in now.
Cool, girl. That's it.
Next morning at the Bondi Clinic, it's time for Chris to start the delicate surgery on little Cricket. The tiny abandoned kitten was found with a badly fractured front leg.
It's a measure of how small she is. Her dose for this anaesthetic is 0.005 of a mil. So I'm having to actually bulk it out with some extra fluid just so we can be fairly accurate when it comes to giving her a dose.
Head vet nurse Neil will be assisting Chris with the operation, keeping a constant watch on the little kitten's vital signs.
I think we're getting a bit sleepy now.
Yeah, we are. Okay, let's go. There's no doubt that anaesthetics for animals this size and this age have a huge amount of risk associated with them, simply because the animals are so young, they're so fragile, they don't have the energy reserves, and really if they lose just a little bit of blood, that makes a huge difference to their circulation. You have to take each and every step so carefully, otherwise, in the blink of an eye, you can lose them. All right.
All good?
All right, all good. Let's do it.
It's going to be a risky operation. Chris needs to expose the fracture and then insert a pin to join the two broken bones. It will be incredibly difficult working on such a tiny patient.
There's absolutely no chance to relax here right now. I mean, you look into this area and there are big veins, there are big arteries, and there are big nerves. Hitting any one of them could be catastrophic. The challenge here is that once a fracture occurs, all the muscles tend to tighten over the top almost to provide the strength that the bone's no longer providing. And so there's a lot of work that goes into just working my way through those and exposing the end of the fractured bone. So that sharp point there is actually the very end of the fracture. So we should be looking at the bottom part of the humerus there. Finally, I have some sort of access to the ends of the bone. The idea now is to put the pin up the top fragment.
With the pin inserted into one end of the bone, Chris now needs to find the other shattered end.
So we need to join that bit there to this bit here. Like a lot of kittens, Cricket has very thin bones. She's only been on this earth for about 8 weeks, so she hasn't had much calcium to really strengthen them up. So I know if I push too hard, I could actually crack the bone. If I do that, then this whole operation will be a failure.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH, a young hit-run victim is being rushed into emergency.
She's been taken out the back quite quickly, grabbed from us, which is lovely, but we're quite nervous to know what's going on. We don't know what's happening at this time.
Thank you, sweetie.
Misha's distressed owner frantically searched for 7 hours to find the runaway husky. The 2-year-old was eventually found, left for dead on the side of the road.
Oh no, Pumpkin, it's going to be sore. You're a good baby. Good dog.
We were horrified. You could see her eyes were quite wide and she was in shock.
1, 2, 3. Good dog. Good girl.
Now emergency vet Dr. Vivica Russell is urgently assessing the young husky's injuries.
Misha has quite severe damage to her chest and this is interfering with her breathing.
Owner Diane is desperately waiting for an update on Misha's condition.
There's a lot of things we have to worry about when you think of a little animal being hit by a large vehicle, that at speed probably. I know it's a lot to take in, it's a big shock. I know how you're feeling. I've had my own animal run over and it's very distressing.
Misha is almost certainly going to need surgery, so the trauma team has alerted specialist surgeon Dr. Steve Fernside.
Hey Jade, how's she going?
All right.
She all right? Misha's been badly traumatised, unfortunately. She's got a punctured lung and what appears to be bones moving around in her pelvis. So the most important priority at this stage is to get her stabilised, make sure she can breathe properly, make sure her life is not in danger. Once we've got that established, then we can start to think about how we're going to put back what appears to be a pretty badly broken pelvis.
So she needs to be on this side so we can have some oxygen.
Misha is still having trouble breathing properly, so leaking air has to be removed from around her damaged lungs. Until that's stabilised, she could be facing another 48 hours before she can have surgery.
Good girl. I love you, darling. We'll be back soon.
Okay, we're just starting to see it now. So there it is there, just popping up.
At the Bondi Clinic, the delicate operation to repair little Cricket's badly fractured leg is continuing. Chris has inserted a metal pin into one end of the tiny kitten's fractured leg. He's now attempting to secure it to the other end of the broken bone.
Send?
I think so. This pin now feels like it has gone into place, but I need to know if it's gone in too far or if it's fallen short. To do that, I need an X-ray.
X-ray!
All right, okay, that's good. So the pin is going right through the middle of the bone. It's bringing the two ends together, and the join is pretty neat. The X-rays look good. The pin's sitting exactly where I want it to be. So really, it's a matter of getting straight back into the surgery because time's ticking. Okay, let's cut this pin. All right, so we pulled that pin back and cut it off, so okay, we're right to close.
Yep.
All right, I'm done there.
The little stray has now been on the operating table for an hour and a half, and Chris is anxious for the tiny kitten to wake up.
I know from my experience that when you're dealing with an animal as small as Cricket is, you can't relax at this stage. We have to keep our eye on the game and make sure that Cricket wakes up from this anaesthetic perfectly.
We've been through so much, don't give up now.
Okay, he's just starting to come around now. Can we get a bed?
Little Cricket is waking up safely, but it will be another few days before Chris knows if the operation to save her leg has been a success.
We've asked just so much of Cricket today. It's been a marathon operation for such a small kitten, but she's come out the other side, and now hopefully we can start looking at a new life for her, a new home.
Next morning at SASH, the anxious wait for extreme bruising around hit-run victim Misha's lungs to ease is over.
Yeah, not too bad, are you, darling?
Now, Specialist Surgeon Dr. Steve Fernside can take over and try to repair her badly shattered pelvis.
Good morning, Misha. Poor little Misha. She's been hit by the car, left by the side of the road in a hit-and-run attack. She's had a severely punctured lung and badly fractured pelvis. Thankfully, her lungs have stabilised over the last day or so, and we can now take her into surgery and fix a broken pelvis. So what we'll do is just be gentle here. Position it there. All right, Misha, let's get you radiographed and get you into surgery. So what Misha's got is a nasty fracture of her pelvis. The pelvis in the dog is structured like a box, and there are sort of hinges or joints up the top end, and then there's a box-like structure. Now what she's done is on the right side, she has taken away that joint between her spine and her pelvis, so that's actually pulled apart. And on the left side, she's broken through the middle of the panel of the box. She's basically got a box, and instead of being nice and square, is now like that.
Misha's surgery will be long and complicated, but Steve is hoping it will give the young hit-run victim a second chance at life.
We need to realign her pelvis and put some implants in there to hold it all together. Now, unfortunately, right next to where we're operating are two big nerves that supply the innervation to the back legs. If they get injured or damaged as we're realigning all this and putting it back together, then that can be a serious complication that could affect her ability to walk.
Look at you. I did not expect to see you sitting up.
Over at the Bondi Clinic, Chris is anxious to check on tiny Cricket.
After going through an operation like Cricket has to repair that fractured leg, you appreciate she's been through a lot. So it's important now to see how she's going. Well, she's putting on the big performance today. She's looking for affection. She's obviously feeling more comfortable in that leg because the bones aren't moving around anymore. She's happy to stand on it, so this is good. It's the best possible outcome to already, just 12 hours after the operation, have her willing to actually put some weight on it. That's far beyond my expectations. She's really only been away from her mum and her other kitten litter mates for, it could only be a few days, so it's a lot to ask of a little girl like this, but she just seems to take every little challenge and meet it head on and give it that right hook.
Chris is so impressed with the courageous kitten's progress that he's decided the little orphan is allowed a special treat.
Normally after major surgery, you really limit how many visitors a patient has. You don't want them up, about and excited. In Cricket's case though, we're going to make an exception. Tomorrow, she might just see some familiar faces.
Alrighty, so poor Misha, we're just going to get her positioned for surgery now. You can actually see that her pelvis is slightly misshapen here on the surface now that we've clipped all her hair away. This side is sitting too high up. You can see how that box has moved like that, and her pelvis is misshapen. So we're going to realign that, put it back into the right position.
At SASH, the complex surgery to repair hit-run victim Misha's pelvis is underway. It will be in 2 stages, with Steve starting on her dislocated right side first.
First thing we're doing is dissecting down onto the wing of her ilium, which is part of her pelvis. And this is the part that's dislocated from the spine. So this is the part we've got to bring back into alignment and reconnect. Poor Misha, I mean, to be left by the side of the road with these horrible pelvic injuries is just awful to even think about for this poor dog. So we've got a tough couple of hours ahead trying to put this all back together.
Steve will be operating dangerously close to the important sciatic nerve at the base of Misha's spine.
So if we hit the nerve, it causes damage to the main nerve supply to the back leg. So that's pretty serious. We've got to be careful because that affects her ability to walk. All right, let's try that. So we've just put our first pin in, and this is where we're reattaching the joint from the sacrum at the base of the spine to the pelvis. We've got about less than a square centimetre of bone to get this into the right position, so we have to be very precise about where we're putting this pin. Hard work, that's for sure. Okay, it seems to be reducing now. That was hard, but the screw's in a really good position. I'm very pleased with the way things are going. We're halfway there. We've got to roll her over now and do the other side, which is going to be equally as challenging in a slightly different way. But I'm pleased with that, but still a long way to go. This battle's a long way from over. It's like a jigsaw puzzle where the pieces just don't fit. So we're going to need to try very hard to put this all back together in the way that nature intended it to be. Righto. This bone has been pretty badly damaged and it's pushed way out of position, so it's going to take a bit of grunt work to get it back in the right spot. Misha's quite a strong dog. Her muscles are trying to pull this bone in the wrong direction. It's been out for a couple of days, and now we've got to try and get it back. And as you can see, it's not that easy to do because the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments, everything around a pelvis is so tight. All right. Okay, suction. What we do is pull it back halfway and then have a bit of a break and let the muscles relax. And then we try and get it the rest of the way. Okay, my dear. We're getting there. We've got it in a pretty good position now.
Finally, with the bones realigned, Steve can now attach a plate to help the pelvis hold its shape.
Okay. It's been a bit of a job, but we've got there. We're happy with the results so far.
It's been a marathon surgery, and Steve is hopeful that Misha will now have full use of both legs.
She was fortunate that she didn't suffer a head injury here, but at the same time she had to have a big surgery. We're very optimistic that this dog is going to go on and live a normal life. You just rest your head there. There you go, sweetheart. You've had a big day, my girl. Good girl.
You've got visitors, Cricket.
Next day at the Bondi Clinic, little Cricket is now well enough for some surprise visitors. Rescuers Yvonne and her boys are keen to see how well the tiny kitten is recovering after her leg operation.
I was a bit worried that she wouldn't be alright in the surgery because she's a small kitten, so hopefully she pulled through okay.
So, would you like a hold?
Oh yeah, we'll have a hold.
So she's doing all right. I mean, she she's making progress.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing. The injury she had, it wasn't small.
Yeah.
And it was actually quite an effort to put it back together, even though we're talking about bones that are, this big. The one thing that I've noticed since the operation, she's not going to go back to using that leg straight away.
No.
And she's going to try to guard that.
Yeah.
She's guarding a little bit more than I'd normally
I was going to say,
expect.
she doesn't look like she's got the paw down at all.
Exactly. So I'm just watching that. I just want to make sure she does get full nerve function back in that foot. For now, the most important thing is just keeping her fairly quiet.
Yeah,
that's why I'm happy for her to be in her little cage there and resting, because her bones are really in a crucial stage where they need to mend. But she's got the right attitude with it all, and she's affectionate and she's getting plenty of attention in here. And
really? I can't imagine that she's not demanding that. Hey?
Exactly. You look at those boys' faces, they're infatuated by her and clearly thinking about how they convince Mum to take Cricket home.
It's a big step from rescuer to owner, and Yvonne isn't taking it lightly.
I mean, it wasn't a plan to have a kitten, but you never know, we might take her, but you do really need to make a decision if you're going to have a pet, that you're going to keep it forever.
Okay, well, we'll put her back in here. The fact is, whether Yvonne and the boys decide to take Cricket home in the end, it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, they've already saved her life, and that's the really important thing to remember right now. All right. So, thank you for calling by. It is very, very sweet of you, so I'm sure she appreciates it.
Nice to see her, isn't it, Luca?
Yep.
Bye-bye, Cricket.
She's giving me a handshake. Look at that. She's got a handshake.
All right, guys.
Great.
Thanks for calling by.
Thanks, Chris.
We'll see you soon.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Cricket doesn't really seem to know the meaning of rest and of taking it easy, but that is exactly what she needs to do right now. We want to see that movement return to that leg and get her more comfortable in using it. If she can do that over the next few weeks, then we can seriously look at her going to a new home, wherever that is.
Hi, Mish. Ready to go home? You are looking great, my girl, aren't you?
It's a big day for hit-run victim Misha. 4 days ago, the young Husky was rushed into SASH with a smashed pelvis.
She's basically got a box and instead of being nice and square, is now like that.
Her injuries were so bad, it was feared she wouldn't be able to walk normally again.
Hard work, that's for sure. Seems to be reducing now.
Against all odds, the 2-year-old Husky is making an amazing recovery.
Good girl. Just gently. Misha's doing great. She's doing really well. I'm really pleased with the way she's recovered. Look, within less than a week, she's walking around. She doesn't have any of those nerve deficits we were worried about. She's comfortable. She looks terrific. So she's going home to Mum, and I think Mum will be wrapped.
Oh, just over the moon. Everyone's waiting for the call to bring her home, so we've got a special place made up for a nice bed, nice crate, everything for safe for her. So yes, we're all very excited to see her and bring her home with us.
Hello, Diane. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Is your baby back?
Hi, gorgeous.
She's doing great.
Hi.
Better than I expected, actually. She's really doing very well.
Oh, she
very
looks
happy
great.
with her.
Oh, baby, you look great.
She'll need to be kept quiet for the next 4 to 6 weeks while
Yeah.
this pelvis heals. But, you know, at this stage, her progress is really excellent and she's recovered very well.
Yeah.
Very pleased with her.
Well, she looks a lot happier this time.
She's a lot happier than she was a few days ago, that's for
Yeah.
sure. See you later, Mish. You be good at home. Don't give your mum too much trouble, all right? And look after that pelvis.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
She's going home to a great family, very supportive. She's going to need to be. It's going to be tough for that first couple of weeks keeping her quiet, but I hope everything goes well from there.
Come on, this way. Good girl.
Excuse me. What is it? What is which buttons? That can't last.
It's been 4 weeks since the surgery to repair Cricket's left front leg.
Normally, if you want to check if a leg's working, you stretch it, you might take some x-rays here. We just check if she can pull up buttons and make phone calls. I I know it's all about pulling your weight, but we don't need a secretary. You are just proving that you cannot stay around here much longer, and you are going to have to go to your new home. Yep. And you better not behave like that. So Ivana's decided not to adopt little Cricket. I mean, obviously, the whole family's played such a huge role in her life and ultimately her survival, but for them, the timing just wasn't right, and the worst thing you can do is force a pet into a family that's not ready for one. The good news, though, is that we do actually have another person who is very keen to adopt her.
You'll be ready to get out of here, I'm sure. She's just full of beans all the time.
Yeah.
This leg's amazing. You've done a great job.
She uses it,
yeah,
for good as well as evil.
Yeah.
Whilst Neil is a real softie, he's a hard man when it comes to making sure that his kittens go to the right homes. He has a little checklist he always likes to run through, and if he doesn't think the owner's suitable, he'll say no.
So you think they're a suitable owner for a cat?
Definitely, yeah. They've had cats before.
They've had cats before?
Yeah.
Have they had any other pets before?
Yeah, they've had dogs as well.
Dogs?
Actually, quite a few different types of animals.
OK. Yep, you can have a look when I've finished. Now, are they going to be responsible? So there's a few really important things. Obviously, they're going to have to make sure that she's fed, watered, litter trays looked after, they're in a safe environment.
I trust them.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
OK.
Yeah. But I think you'll like them, and I think you'll learn to understand why they're pretty trustworthy.
OK.
So the new owner has been given Neil's conditional approval, so here comes the exciting part. It's time for Cricket to go home to the new owner for the first time.
Kiss, kiss. Lovely. One more. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Be good.
Cricket, just trust me on this. You are going to love where we're going. Bit of faith.
Lucky Cricket is getting some VIP treatment, with Chris taking time out to personally deliver her to her new home.
So welcome to your new home. It's actually our home. Oh yeah, we're doing this. It's been kind of a funny situation because I truly did want Yvonne and the kids to adopt Cricket, but each and every time I found I was trying to convince them into taking her, I was giving reasons as to why I should ultimately adopt her. And so when they said no, it wasn't going to work out, I wasn't that disappointed. Are you going to get to love this place? There is so much here for you to look at, for you to get to know, and for those claws of yours to sink themselves in. You already can't wait, can you? Look at you. Cricket? No. What are you scratching? Really, my whole life I've had cats, apart from the last couple of years since I lost my cat, George. George certainly had a unique personality. George, that's not a welcome. And you can never replace that kind of character. So all the while since I lost him, I've been looking for a cat that might go close. And I think Cricket might just be that cat. I wouldn't do that, Cricket. Feel good? That's not gonna happen. You don't have to scratch every single item of furniture in the first 5 minutes you're here. At the moment, I'm looking around my house, trying to appreciate how my house looks now, because it'll never look better. Cricket clearly thinks my house is delicious, and she's willing to scratch and taste every single part of it. You relax? Yeah? Do you know how to relax? Cricket's had just about the hardest start to life that a cat can have. Been abandoned with a broken leg, having to face major surgery and a really long recovery. But hopefully today is a really nice way to start the rest of her life. We're gonna have some fun.